Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back for another Walking Dead video. Today we got some more news as far as, we've been doing a lot of spin-off rumors and news and just different things going on with Walking Dead, everything right now. And so we're not sure about, who could possibly appear. There's just all sorts of rumors flying around, and that's just really all we've had to really work with lately. But we did get an actual, I guess, kind of quote from someone here recently, and that was Austin Amelio, who played the part of Dwight. And as we all know, a lot of us anyways would love to see Dwight come back. I think that makes the most sense as far as a cameo appearance or just creating kind of a redemption arc there for Negan to make amends with Dwight and Sherry. And it just makes the most sense for him at least to show up, considering he's been back in the area. Croat made the reference to going back to the sanctuary and saying it was all run down, there was nothing left, but he could have been lying. It could have been slightly before Dwight and Sherry returned back to the area, considering the timelines and everything. So, anyways, Screen Rant did an interview with him recently, and of course, they asked him, could he possibly return to the Walking Dead world? And he didn't really have a whole lot to say, but Screen Rant just went on to say the Walking Dead universe stays alive despite his name. When might we see Dwight again? And he goes on to say, I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, they're always trying to do spin-offs and things like that, so maybe something will happen in the future with that, but I'm not quite sure. So more than likely, he's probably being 100% honest, that he doesn't know. He's not been contacted. He's not trying to manipulate us or make us think one thing or the other. I honestly think that he's not been asked to be involved in anything Walking Dead at this time. And, that sucks in the sense that it would be great to see him come back. I always loved his character and the way that he played it. And it just, like I mentioned, it makes the most sense for him, that particular character, to come back and kind of go after Negan after finding out where he's been, where he's at, and everything, and seeing that he's kind of back to his old ways, trying to bring back another group, be that Negan again. Word could get back to Dwight, and he could be like, well, that's it. I have to go kill him. I have to put that part of my past to bed, considering everything that I went through, all the torture and everything that Dwight received, all the mental anguish and just the physical torture. On top of that, he had Negan force Sherry to marry him, and then you had Negan scorch Dwight's face, of course. And to see him come back and go after Negan, and then as the story plays out, we see that Dwight realizes this is not the Negan that he knew. This is not the one that he went to war with and everything, the one that he betrayed. And that's how that part of their story could conclude, in a sense, where that forgiveness could be done, where they come to terms, or at least Dwight comes to terms with the fact that he is not the same guy. He's grown, he's made amends for the things that he's done, he's moved on, he's got a family. you know, as far as we know, they're still okay, but there's still that possibility that maybe Croat or somebody has them held hostage somewhere, or just knows where they're at and they're under threat or something like that. So to me, Dwight coming back, or maybe even Sherry too, just to go after Negan and then have it all kind of work out, I think that just makes the most sense as far as cameos for this particular series, because he couldn't go to Daryl's series. It would make zero fucking sense. And on top of that, too, we would just kind of incite an old rivalry there where Daryl would go after him. He would try to kill him, but Daryl being on the other side of the world right now, and just no clear picture of what the hell they're trying to accomplish with that, other than just giving Norman Reedus an excuse to film in all these random locations. Whereas Dead City, I think they have a better chance at telling a better story with Negan rising to power again, even though he in some ways doesn't want to be there, and then Maggie going after him, and just this PTSD thing going on. But then again, I really wish they'd let Maggie get over it and just move on and stop reliving this, stop punishing Negan. He's been punished enough at this point. He's made it to where he has made up for the things that he's done. We can see that he's not the same guy anymore. He sees the mistakes that he made, even though, yes, back at the end of the original Walking Dead, Negan and Maggie kind of have a sit down there where Negan does go on to say that if he could go back and do it again, he would kill everybody then and there. But we know that he has grown as a person. He's a dad now, he's a husband, and there's always that possibility, yes, that he could go back to being that guy again, but I don't think they're going to push it that way, because of the fact it would just negate everything that he's accomplished thus far. And so to see Dwight come back and to see that for himself, and to kind of go on this revenge mission, and then all kind of play out to where Dwight sees that Negan's not that guy anymore. He has made amends, as I mentioned, for everything that he's done, and he's trying to make things right. He's trying to see that this is not the path that's he can go down again, because it didn't work out the first time. But there you have it. We do have an update from Dwight himself, even though it's a very uncertain and it doesn't really answer any questions, and it still just leaves us with more questions about what could possibly happen with either spinoff, because at this point I don't think they have an idea of the story they want to tell, or at least they don't want to bring characters in at this point. Scott Gimple, I think if he has his way, he's just going to drag these out for as long as they will possibly go without any real resolution or anything. So I'm hoping they get something figured out, because I would love to see some of these characters come back. And of course, I would love to see it if they would just close it up and bring everybody back. But we'll just have to wait and see between the writers and Scott Gimple and just everyone in charge at this point. So we'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of news. Even though it doesn't answer the question at all of whether or not he could come back, there's still at least the knowledge that if he were given the opportunity, he would. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing, and I will see you next time. So take care. Bye.